Performance reviews can make or break the success of a team. Yet managers often approach them with habits, oversights, and anxieties that undermine their intended purpose. Reviews should help employees grow, clarify expectations, and build trust. When handled poorly, they leave people confused, demoralized, or resentful. Today, we'll discuss frequent mistakes managers make during performance reviews, why they happen, and how to avoid them. Whether you're new to leadership or a seasoned manager, these insights can help transform your reviews into constructive milestones. Number 1. Neglecting regular feedback throughout the year. Waiting until the review to address performance robs employees of the chance to adjust in real time. Imagine someone making a consistent error for months, only to learn about it during their review. They could have corrected the issue much earlier if told. By the review, they feel blindsided and discouraged, undermining trust. Regular feedback, whether it's positive or constructive, ensures employees feel supported and informed. A quick note or a 5-minute chat can go a long way, turning the review into a summary rather than a surprise. Number 2. Focusing too heavily on recent events instead of the entire review period. This recency bias might cause a manager to overlook early successes or overemphasize recent slip-ups. For instance, an employee who excelled early but struggled recently might get a harsher review, while someone who performed mediocrely all year but excelled at the end might receive undue praise. To avoid this, maintain notes about accomplishments and challenges throughout the year. Encourage employees to self-report achievements regularly, so reviews reflect the entire performance period, not just what's top of mind. Number 3. Making the review one-sided, focusing only on the manager's perspective. A performance review shouldn't be an interrogation or a list of critiques. It should be a two-way conversation. Employees should feel invited to share their successes, struggles, and goals. A collaborative review fosters engagement, ownership, and trust. If managers only lecture, employees may feel defensive or powerless. But when they're invited to discuss their perspective, they're more likely to reflect and take responsibility for improvements. Number 4. Vague feedback. Saying you need to be more proactive without explaining what that means leaves employees guessing. Feedback must be specific and actionable. For example, on the last project, you waited for me to outline the slides. Next time, draft a structure first and ask for feedback. Specific guidance ensures employees understand expectations and can act on them. Number 5. Some managers avoid tough conversations due to discomfort or fear of conflict. They sugarcoat problems or gloss over serious concerns, hoping to keep the review pleasant. However, ignoring issues only allows them to worsen, leading to bigger problems later. Constructive feedback is essential, even when it's difficult. Approach these conversations with empathy, making it clear that your intent is to support their growth, not to criticize. Number 6. On the flip side, many managers forget to celebrate achievements and strengths. Reviews that focus too much on weaknesses can feel negative and demoralizing. Recognizing accomplishments isn't just a morale booster. It reinforces the behaviors you want to see more often. When managers balance constructive feedback with meaningful praise, they build trust, motivation, and fairness. Number 7. Treating the review as a formality or checkbox exercise. When managers come across as rushed or disinterested, employees feel the process lacks value. Instead, show you care by thoughtfully reviewing their work, preparing notes, and coming ready with insights. This signals respect for their contributions and makes the conversation meaningful. Number 8. Some managers compare employees to one another in ways that feel demoralizing. For example, saying you should be more like Sarah, who always meets deadlines early, can create jealousy or resentment. Instead, focus on the individual's growth and goals. If you want to share best practices, frame it as a learning opportunity. Here's a strategy Sarah uses to manage her time that could work well for you too. Number 9. A particularly harmful mistake is using reviews as a tool for hidden agendas related to raises, promotions, or assignments. Manipulating feedback to preserve budget or control career progression erodes trust. Be transparent about limitations while ensuring feedback reflects actual performance. Employees respect honesty even when the news isn't ideal. Number 10. Failing to set clear, measurable goals for the future is another misstep. Without a specific roadmap, employees leave reviews unsure of what's expected. Collaborate on realistic objectives tied to skill development or project outcomes. Concrete goals boost accountability and provide a framework for ongoing feedback. Number 11. Managers also fail when they don't consider individual communication styles. Not everyone processes feedback the same way. Some prefer directness, while others need a softer approach. Tailoring your message to an employee's style shows empathy and increases the likelihood they'll act on your feedback. Number 12. Ignoring career aspirations. A review should address areas of improvement and explore what employees want to achieve. Tapping into their goals aligns individual growth with organizational needs, increasing engagement and motivation. Ask about their future aspirations and connect them to opportunities within the company. Number 13. Emotional intelligence is often overlooked. A review can be nerve-wracking for employees. If managers ignore the emotional element, they risk damaging relationships. Acknowledge the human side of reviews by showing empathy and recognizing successes. Simple acts like validating feelings or maintaining respectful body language foster trust and collaboration. Number 14. Bias is another pitfall. Subtle favoritism or unfounded assumptions can skew evaluations. For instance, favoring extroverts over introverts or assuming quiet employees are disengaged. Counter this by relying on documented evidence and performance metrics. Anchor feedback in specific examples to ensure fairness and credibility. Number 15. When managers fail to invite feedback on their own performance. Asking employees, "How can I better support you?" or "What should I do differently to help you succeed?" shows humility and fosters trust. Employees often hesitate to share concerns unless explicitly encouraged, so create a safe space for honest dialogue. 16. A lack of follow-up is another issue. Even great reviews lose impact if managers don't revisit the goals and action items discussed. Schedule regular check-ins to reinforce progress and maintain motivation. Quick monthly or quarterly conversations keep improvement on track and show employees their development matters. Number 17. Confidentiality is sometimes mishandled. Delivering feedback in public or failing to secure sensitive documents undermines trust. Reviews should remain private, with clear assurances about confidentiality. This encourages honesty and openness. Number 18. Feedback delivery order can also affect effectiveness. Starting with harsh feedback or ending on a negative note can leave employees disengaged. Balance the conversation by integrating praise and critiques. Begin with a commendation, address areas for improvement, and close with encouragement and forward-looking goals. 19. Overusing jargon is another common issue. Buzzwords like synergies or optimization may sound sophisticated, but often obscure meaning. Employees appreciate clear, straightforward language. Say exactly what you mean to ensure your points are understood and actionable. And finally, number 20. Many managers underestimate the effort required for effective reviews. Rushing preparation or failing to reflect on an employee's progress leads to shallow discussions. Thoughtful preparation, including gathering examples and considering the employee's progress, signals respect and sets the stage for productive conversations. Performance reviews aren't just managerial chores. They're opportunities to drive improvement, strengthen relationships, and align goals. Avoid recency bias by documenting performance throughout the year. Share feedback regularly and make reviews collaborative by inviting employees' perspectives. Deliver specific, actionable insights and balance feedback with meaningful praise. Address tough topics with empathy, celebrate strengths, and collaborate on measurable goals. Avoid harmful comparisons, anchor feedback in evidence, and invite input on your leadership style. Follow up after the review to maintain momentum, ensure confidentiality, and balance your delivery for maximum impact. Finally, invest effort in preparation and clarity to make reviews constructive milestones, rather than dreaded obligations. No one is perfect, and managing people is challenging. But with mindfulness and preparation, reviews can become powerful tools for growth. Your goal as a leader isn't to criticize or sugarcoat. It's to guide, motivate, and enable employees to deliver their best work. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you'll create reviews that empower your team, foster trust, and build a culture of continuous learning and respect. Thank you for watching. By refining your review process, you're investing in your team's success and your growth as a leader. Here's to more effective, meaningful reviews and a stronger, happier workplace for everyone.